What is up, everybody? Welcome back to J.A.J Talk Movies, and today I'll be ranking the Hellraiser... can't speak. The Hellraiser franchise. We're leaving that in. I've only got the first movie, but I'm actually going to get some of the others, so let's get into this ranking. And this list is also on my letterbox, so I'm just going to open up the list, because I don't remember this off by heart. So we're going to go from worst to best. There's 10 movies in this franchise. And there might be a reboot coming out, which is unfortunate. Hopefully it's good, but probably not. So the bottom of the barrel, we got Hellraiser Revelations. This came out in 2011, and it is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. 1 out of 10. I'll just read out my letterbox review. Why not? I said, one of the worst movies of all time. I was hoping it would be at least alright because it's the last intentionally scripted Hellraiser movie since Hellraiser 4. And they still managed to fuck it up. This is my letterbox review, so... But, yeah, that's all I can really say about this. It's just fucking terrible. And, yeah. And then next on the list we have Hellraiser Judgement, which is the newest release in the franchise, which, it sucks. I just wrote, well, this is better than the last one, so there's that. It's just really shit. That didn't go well with the characters. It's finally an attempt in another actual scripted Hellraiser movie, but yeah, no, it's just garbage. So yeah. Alright, number 8 we have Hellraiser Hellseeker. This came out 2002. And also, by the way, 2 out of 10 for Hellraiser Judgement, 1 out of 10 for Hellraiser Revelations, and 2 out of 10 for Hellraiser Hellseeker. This is just the exact same movie as Inferno, but basically just fucking straight to DVD porn. Like, no joke, this is just fucked up, weird, really bad, and, again, wasn't intended to being a Hellraiser movie. That's what these sequels fucked up. They were movies that they just chucked Pinhead in there just because they still have the rights to the name, and want to make a little buck from those DVDs, and just garbage. So yeah. And then next we have Hellraiser Inferno, which is pretty much just as bad as the last one, but it's less strange, but it's still really weird. Let's just read out my review. This is the first Hellraiser... This is the first Hellraiser film that wasn't originally meant to be a Hellraiser film. It would be interesting to see what the original script was like and how they would... and how they added Pinhead into the film. Also, this movie's Cenobites are just gross. The design of them is not bad, but not as bad as I was expecting, but still bad. There is the scene where there are 2 Cenobites as hookers for one, like with this guy, and the only reason he runs is because he heard like screaming. Just what is this movie? The reason I gave this a 1 star is because the acting is not terrible. It's bad, but it's not terrible for a straight to DVD Hellraiser sequel. Compared to the others, it's actually alright, acting-wise, but still a 2 out of 10, so garbage film. Next we have Hellraiser Hellworld, and I was actually hoping that this would just be a movie and completely just on the online world, just a bit of fun, but no, not really even spend that much time in the Hellworld website, to be honest. This movie sucks. It came out 2005, 2 Hellraiser movies, Dreaded and Hellworld, came out the same year, both really bad. I just wrote really bad. At least I can watch this without Cenobite hookers and straight to DVD porn scenes like in the previous sequels. Yeah, so it's still like a 2 out of 10, it still sucks, but yeah, it's just garbage. I don't really have much else to say, but yeah. And then we got Hellraiser Bloodline. This is, I believe, the first, straight to DVD Hellraiser release, and this was the first movie that wasn't intended to be a Hellraiser movie. From this movie onward, from 4 and onwards they went terrible, but this movie just is a downward leap, like a really, really downward leap. I gave this a 3 out of 10, and I wrote, this movie begins on a spaceship in the year 2127, then flashes back to the 1800s with Adam Scott as an evil French aristocrat, I forgot what the fuck, and then jumps forward in 1996. This film is shitty, really boring, but at least it's an actual Hellraiser movie rather than a script that the studio threw the name on like they would do with the rest of the movies. I've completely mistaken myself. This is the fourth one. This is the fourth one. Yeah, this is the one that has a downward leap, but I gave it a 3 because at least it's not like a straight to DVD, you know, and at least it was intended on being a Hellraiser sequel. It was shit, but not as shit as the others. So yes, I mistake myself. Sorry, I don't really remember every single movie on this list because it's fucking, there's a lot of garbage on here. And then next we have Hellraiser Deeder. This movie was originally just going to be called, Deeder. This movie was going to originally just be called Deeder, which I actually thought would have been alright if it was just a standalone thriller. Without Pinhead and without all this garbage dragged into it, it would have been like a alright late night movie. But let's just see what I said on my review. This is what I did last night. I watched these so late. I was up so late. I was suffering for these movies just for this video, guys. Anyway, I was saying, for fuck's sake, another movie which wasn't intended to be a Hellraiser movie until after the script was complete. How can they let this happen so many fucking times? Although it was good to finally see a new story rather than just another sequel to the previously released shitty straight-to-DVD movies. So yeah, this is probably the best out of those, let's just say the Hellraiser Down Spiral. So I gave this a 4 out of 10. It's still really bad. It's not even 5, but it's, let's just say it's not as bad as what they get. Next is Hellraiser 3, and I know a lot of people, some people think it's alright, some people hate it. I actually found this movie pretty entertaining. And, you know, you may watch this and think it's terrible, but I think, like, at first I was going to give this a 5, but then I went back and I was watching all the sequels and I'm like, this is just, like, if you watch them and then you go back to, like, have a look at this and look at reviews on it, this is, like, heaven. You're finally getting away getting away from all them garbage movies. That was actually fun. That's right. It's alright. It has some fun kills, which it was alright for me. I know some people might not think it's a good movie. I think it's kind of, I don't know. I just gave it like a 6 because it was entertaining, and it's just after this movie. This is the last like decent / good Hellraiser movie before it went like downhill. Yeah. And then next on my list I have Hellraiser 2. This is actually a good movie. I prefer the original, but still good. Very, very specific review for me right there. Anyway, yeah, I thought this one was actually nearly as good as the original. It was really entertaining. It was a good movie. It's 7 out of 10. It was good. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about it except so 1, 2, and 3 are like the ones I can watch. 3 I can handle. It's not the greatest. I think it's okay. 1 and 2 good movies, and then the rest are trash. And speaking of my number 1 spot, Hellraiser. The original, obviously. Some people like the second one better than the first one. There might be some crazy people out there who like the third one the most, but I don't know anybody who likes the straight-to-DVD ones the best. Anyway, I just wrote my second watch and still a classic. Yeah, I did rewatch this. I have seen it before. I actually own this on Blu-ray. And yeah, it's just a great movie. I gave this an 8 out of 10. Really entertaining, good visual effects. I think this is the best Pinhead's been in a movie. He's good in Hellraiser 2 as well, but I don't know, just he kind of gets worse as he goes on as a character, and just his voice and everything, he just seems really weird, and the design of him just looks worse as it goes on. So yeah. And finally we're done. This is my Hellraiser ranking. Subscribe to the channel. Peace out.